when you come. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the day 27 of the second session of this year. This is the sixth day of the second session. Um, Today we have, I'm Christophe, you know me by now. I'm with you tonight from Nancy in France, where I recently relocated. And so, by the way, you're welcome to visit and to settle there if you wish. We're looking for yogis. And so I'm glad and honored to be your host for the evening. So, for those who have not yet made a food soak ready, please get ready with a food soak. And if you have also an ice pack, that would be nice and related to our subject this evening, which is the second chakra, the Swadhisthana, that you have started already reviewing. This session is for the beginners, of course, as usual. You're welcome. If you are beginning, you don't know what food soak or ice pack is, doesn't matter. Just stick with us. Everything will be explained and available for you to catch up. And the continuing participants are here and you're welcome as well. So we'll review all the basics, going around in the knowledge and going deeper in that knowledge session after session. So you will be sent at the end of the session, at the end, you will be sent to a breakout room where you will be in touch with experienced practitioners. Sahaja Yogis will be there to help you and guide you through your practice. If you need to have someone to explain you something right now, you can join the breakout rooms by clicking on the link which is appearing in the chat or will appear in the chat very soon. And one important part of this program is that you can request a mentor, not only have someone to help you during the breakout room sessions at the end, but have your personal mentor, a person dedicated to you, will help you. You will gradually get to know, he will understand you better as a person, but on a vibrational level as well. He will be able to help you, guide you through your, to enhance and to enrich your experience, to help you progress faster. So you can fill out the form for that, this in the Zoom chat, or send an email and request a mentor. So as you might now know, Sahaja Yoga is free and will be always free. The practice of Sahaja Yoga is coming from within. It's something that you have inside and we cannot pay for that. So Monday was the power of childlike innocence, where you have seen and get deeper into the experience of the qualities of the first chakra, the Muladhara chakra. And today the title is the pure inspiration. The pure inspiration is related to your second chakra, the Swadhisthana, and it comes when harmony is happening between the left aspect, which is the pure knowledge, and the right aspect, which is the pure attention. And when this is merging somehow, it triggers the creativity. And this creativity that we get spontaneously from this second chakra is a pure inspiration. You will see that with our first presenter tonight. And the agenda, it takes me to the agenda of tonight. We'll have two presenters with guided meditation each, and we have an excerpt of Shri Mataji's talk related to that aspect of our subtle system. We will have live music with a beautiful classic Indian violin rendering. And at the end, we'll have a Q&A with the presenters, so we'll be allowed to open your microphone and your video if you like to, and we'll take your questions and have a nice Q&A session. So please, my co-presenters, would you join in and say something, introduce yourself.
After you,
Hi,
Kate.
Anjani.
Good evening, everybody. It's lovely to be here again with everyone. And my name is Kate. I live in Kent, in a beautiful county in England, just south of London. And I'm hugely looking forward to this chakra. It's been a chakra which, the qualities of which have really helped me go deeper in my meditation. So I'm very happy to be sharing that with you this evening.
Thank you. Thank you, Kate.
Hello,
Anjani,
I
please.
am Anjani. I'll be joining you again, also technically from Kent, but more on the border, just outside of London. And yes, I'm excited for you guys to learn more about this chakra because it is so important, especially in an era where our attention is so challenged nonstop. So looking forward to meditating with you today.
Good. So we're excited to hear about that and experience that in meditation, especially. So Advit, our musician, is not joining right now, but he will be there at the time of his rendering. So Kate, stage is yours.
Thank you very much, Christoph and Anjani. Good evening, everybody. So we'll start off this evening with a little bit of talk about the Swadhisthana chakra, which Christoph has just introduced us to gently. If I could have the slide up, please. So this is the second chakra on our spinal cord, and it is, if I stand up I can show you, it is at the level of our hip bone. So the left Swadhisthana is here, right Swadhisthana here, and in the center, just below the navel, we have the center Swadhisthana. And those are the areas which we put our hands when we are putting attention on those chakras. However, the Swadhisthana chakra actually rotates around in a clockwise direction around our nabi, which is number 3 on the center channel in the diagram on the right. This is the nabi, and the Swadhisthana actually rotates around the nabi, around that large green area, which is our void. And it actually, the circumference of the void is navigated by our Swadhisthana chakra. So the Swadhisthana, nabi, and void are quite connected. However, we are just concentrating on the 3 aspects of the Swadhisthana this evening. Its qualities are the pure knowledge, which is particularly reflected in our left Swadhisthana, the pure attention, which is in our right Swadhisthana. And when those 2 are in balance, then the inspiration, the spontaneity, the creativity just flows from us, which is goes up through that center channel. The Swadhisthana is reflected in our thumbs. So if our right thumb is tingling or we feel something in the right thumb, it is because our right Swadhisthana needs some clearing. If it is in the left thumb, it is because the left Swadhisthana needs some clearing. And if both thumbs are tingling, it's because the center Swadhisthana needs some clearance. And we have techniques for those. And so the main qualities, these beautiful qualities, are the left Swadhisthana is where our pure desire is. Our pure desire for ascent, our pure desire to go deeper in our meditation, our pure desire to do the right thing in everything we do in life. And also there's the pure knowledge, which is innate within us, and which is the knowledge of all the chakras and this subtle system, which we are learning about. The right Swadhisthana and the left Swadhisthana is particularly, we use heat to help clear the left Swadhisthana. The right Swadhisthana is our activity, it's our dynamism. It's also, when that becomes heated, it's when we're overthinking, over-planning, we're running around too much. And that's when our foot soak helps to cool that down, but also we use what we're also using this evening, if we have one. If we don't worry about it. You can just learn about it this evening and use them as and when in your own meditations. But we have a ice pack, which we usually wrap in a cloth so that we don't burn or get too cold on our skin. If we don't like to use plastic, we can always put water into a metal water bottle and freeze that in the freezer and use that if people prefer that rather than using something that's got plastic in it. And we literally just put our ice pack on our right swadhisthana, and this helps to take the heat down, cool down our thinking, cool down our stresses, cool down our overworking, over-worrying. We can either put it on the front or we can put it slightly on the back, whichever we feel is right for us. So what we're going to do now is what we always start with. That is any kind of ice pack or ice in a bag, whatever can help to cool down that right swadhisthana. We have showed there we have examples for you to use. Well, I say always wrap them in a cloth so that we're not putting something freezing cold close to our skin. So now we will start our meditation, and we will, as we always do, we have our foot soak bowls ready for those of us who do. For those who are new, just follow the meditation and it will, you'll be able to feel the peace and the calm inside as well. So let us together, if we have our foot soaking bowl, our water for rinsing our feet and our towel for drying everything later, foot soaking water with the salt in. We can give it a little bandan first, or just put our hand over the bowl, our right hand over the bowl with our left hand forward. Just give it a few vibrations. And when we put our feet in, we'll now just raise our kundalinis and put on a bandan, which for those who are regulars know we do this at the beginning of every meditation as a way of connecting in with our inner self, raising that mother kundalini energy, which is at the base of our spine in our sacrum bone, and settling into our meditation. So to raise our kundalini, we have our left hand in front of us and we rotate the right hand around, inwards then outwards, from the base of the spine up to the top of the head. So let us all raise up our kundalini, do our first raising up of the first channel to the top of the head and tie our first knot. And then we do the second knot, so a second rising up to the second channel to above our heads, and we tie the second knot. And then the third, starting at the base of the spine, in the front, coming up, slowly and gently, raising that first channel, and we tie our third knot. And then we put on our 7 bandans. So we start with our left hand at our left hip, with our right hand across our body. We bring the hand across in an arc and back 7 times for each chakra coming up the center of the body. And this is our 4th. And see if we can feel that spread of energy as we do so. Our 6th, forming that protection over our chakras. Our 7th. And then we bow to our spirit within and the greatest powers without. And then we can take this ice pack and place it on that right swadhisthana. And kind of hold it with the right arm tucked in against our side, probably the best way of doing things. Hands open, gently resting on the lap. And we'll just take a few deep breaths. Bring our attention within. Breathe deeply. Hold the breath for a few seconds. Breathe out slowly and gently, breathing out all the stress of the day. Breathing in deep into the body. Breathing out slowly and gently, allowing the shoulders to relax, our arms to relax, our bodies to relax. Feel our attention within. Slow our thoughts. Find that connection with our pure inner spirit, our pure inner self. And we can just clear the left and the right channels. We leave our left hand on the lap and just let our right hand fall down beside us. We can still do this holding the ice pack in place with our elbow. Just let the right hand fall down beside, the fingers pointing down towards Mother Earth. To clear our left channel. And we just ask Mother Kundalini, please come into our left channel. Please cleanse all the imbalances from our left channel. Any stresses, any obstacles to the pure flow of energy up our left channel. Please fill our left channel with your loving light, Mother Kundalini. And enlighten and strengthen all the qualities of our left channel. Now we can place our right hand on our lap, bend our left arm at the elbow so that our fingers point up towards the sky. As the ether element helps to clear this right channel. And here we can ask Mother Kundalini, please come into our right channel. Please cleanse our right channel of any imbalances, any obstacles that are blocking the flow of energy through our right channel. Please fill our right channel with your loving presence, your loving light, so that qualities of the right channel are completely enlightened and established within us. I can bring both hands onto the lap, keeping our attention within. We may need to put our ice pack down for a moment. Whilst we keep our left hand on our lap, we bring our right hand up the center of our body, up the center channel. We move our attention up with our hand as we do so, and take our attention to the top of our head, above our head. And we can do this 2 or 3 times, slowly and gently, helping to rise Mother Kundalini up the center of the body, up into this space above our head, above our mind. We take our right hand, push our fingers back, place our palm of our hand in the center of the top of the head and just gently massage it clockwise, so forward, right, back, left, forward, right, back, left. And just quietly inside ask Mother Kundalini, please rise within me, take me deep into meditation. Please establish my self-realization and take me into thoughtless awareness. And lift our right hand up, take our attention up with it. We try and keep our attention there whilst we just rinse off the foot soaking water. Rinse our feet, keeping our attention above the head. Put our foot soaking water to the side to empty later. We can place our towel over the top of it so that it's covered. And just have our hands open on our lap again. Bring your attention, make sure our attention is inside. Bring it to the top of the head again. And then we can take our right hand, place it on our left swadhisthana. Just give this beautiful left chakra some vibrations from our right hand. We can quietly ask inside, Mother Kundalini, please come into our left Swadhisthana. Please enlighten our left Swadhisthana, fully establish the pure knowledge within us. Fully establish the pure desire within us. We can move our right hand to the center of our body, in our center Swadhisthana, which is below our navel, level with our hip bone. Here we can ask, oh Mother Kundalini, please come into our central Swadhisthana. Please enlighten and establish the qualities of creativity, spontaneity, within us. Please enlighten the inspiration within us. Then we can put our right hand on our lap and take our left hand across to our right Swadhisthana. Ask Mother Kundalini, please come into our right Swadhisthana. Please strengthen our pure attention, our pure awareness. Please enlighten all our actions, enlighten our dynamism. Please establish a pure, strong attention within us. Now we can bring our left hand back onto our lap. We can bring our right hand up the center of the body once more if we feel the need to ensure our attention is now at the top of our head, above the head in this top space, which takes us into thoughtless awareness, into the peace, into the silence. And we can again press down on the top of the head if we feel the need. If we don't, just have our hands open on our lap with attention above our head. And in this beautiful state, we can listen to a talk by Shri Mataji, where she enlightens us even more about this beautiful Swadhisthana chakra and its qualities.
when you come for a program, there are many others who are already feeling vibrations. And you don't feel it. It's like, you see, they have a property and you don't have, sort of a thing. So your mind which has worked through competition, mind which has worked through realizing that somebody has something I don't have, haves and have-nots, that mind starts putting fear into your head. Oh God, will you have it or not? Will I get it? Or even if I get it, will I lose it? And that fear I see on the faces of many new people. Give up that fear. You are all going to get your realization. Give up that fear. You have not entered into any competition here. Just to relax. Just relax. Then the more you want to do about Sahaja Yoga, again you are tense. I have to meditate early in the morning, I have to get up tomorrow early in the morning. You see, you go on pestering yourself, whole night you won't sleep. And when you are meditating, you are losing. Relax. God is looking after you, believe. He is going to give you realization and He is going to look after you and He is going to wake you up in the morning too. But relax. The first idea that I can do it is wrong. He has to. It's not working out because you think you can do it. If you can come to this conclusion that I cannot do it, it is His mercy, His graciousness has to work. But after realization, you have to do something in the sense you have to desire. But when I say you have to desire it, again you will say, all right, now I'm going to sit down here and nail myself to this place and I'm going to sit down and desire. This desire is a dead desire. You see, just pushed onto your head that, oh, I must desire, Mother has told I must desire. You have to be hungry. You don't say that I have to desire that I have to be hungry. The hunger is from within, which is there, no doubt, but is clouded. The hunger is clouded because you have fear. If you put a goat before a tiger and give him to eat, he will reduce with that eating whatever it is. Because it has that fear that there is a tiger which is going to eat him. So first kill all the imaginary tigers around. Again we come back to the same. That desire must come from within. And it is there. What is clouded? Relax. It should not be that I am very relaxed. It's childlike. It's simple. A relaxed person is just like a child. So not to get frantic, try to relax. That's all. For everybody. But relaxation never means that you are inactive. On the contrary, the person who is relaxed is extremely active on the exterior, but inside is absolutely silent, absolutely relaxed and at ease. Outside you may feel, as you know now, at this time, tremendous vibrations are flowing. And I can see the flow, tremendous. And all the chakras are doing like this around me. But I see them and they are playing. At the most I may stop talking, but it is flowing. So whether it is for the seeking or for anything else in the world, the first thing is that you must take an attitude of a relaxed witness. If you can do that, then those who are not feeling vibrations will definitely feel. I've seen people on whom I've been working, it wouldn't work out. Of course, they were not rude or even arrogant, but felt very sad that they couldn't get the vibration. So I said, all right, today you go and enjoy the flowers in the garden, enjoy the birds, and talk to the sky and come back to it. It works out. Because you have been always like this. In Sahaja Yoga, you don't have to achieve anything, you become. First you become, and then mentally you understand Sahaja. But those who try to understand Sahaja Yoga mentally first are really in for trouble. If you understand this simple principle that when we become the spirit, we manifest a power which is just the opposite of any other so-called powers. Like you take science, it will analyze. Sahaja Yoga will synthesize. Take philosophy, so-called, it will try to find out the dogmas. Sahaja Yoga will neutralize all barriers of all the religions. Because all these forces are deadening, they deaden. The religion is deadened, God is deadened, everything is deadened by that. While Sahaja Yoga is a living force within you. And that's how it neutralizes all that is destructive, all that is deadly. It's a living force of God. It's a very powerful force. It's very wise. It understands everything. We have heard about it, but we never believed there could be such a force. And the first time we feel that force, we don't want to believe it. How can that be? Because we still don't believe that we can be the source of that force, which is integrating which is synthesizing completely, which nourishes, which helps you to rise above falsehood to reality.
Apologies. I feel like we're now already in quite a meditative state. The Swadhisthana, this second energy center, is so crucial because if we cannot manage to cool it down, if we cannot manage to control our attention, then meditation can become very difficult, as many of us might have experienced. Trying to meditate with the attention going all over the place is almost impossible. So let us experiment a little bit now again by trying to find that silence inside. And as I love saying every time, silence is not something that we try to create or that we can get from anywhere outside, but silence exists completely within us. There is this column within us of complete silence. And what we do when we meditate is we try to tap into that silence inside of us. So let us together go into meditation again. We can keep our right hand on the lower part of our abdomen on the right hand side, on the right Swadhisthana, which, as Kate pointed out, is the center of our attention. So by keeping our hand there, we nourish this center. So we're not going to do anything else but keep our hand there and close our eyes, keeping our right hand open on our lap, palm facing upwards. And as we breathe in, let's just feel how we're filling this energy center with cool air. And as we breathe out, we completely relax. We will be sitting in silent meditation for a few minutes. And I'll just give you a few tools in case your mind doesn't allow you to be silent, that you can try out. So one is to focus on your breathing, taking a deep breath in, holding it for a moment, and breathing out through your mouth. Breathing in through your nose, holding it, and breathing out, and just focusing on that breath. That can be one method. Or keeping, maybe let's just keep our hand there, or just saying to your mind, not this, not now. And trying to almost picture this column of silence deep inside of us that we are trying to tap in. And as we breathe in, we really pull our attention inside. So let's try and do this together. about 5, 6, 7 minutes. Remember not to be too hard on yourself and just try to relax. If your attention wanders, it's fine, just bring it back inside. Asking, you can ask the Mother Kundalini, please come into my attention. Mother Kundalini, please come into my attention. You can now Put our left hand back on our lap and place our right hand on the left hand side of the abdomen, on the left hand side, on the lower abdomen, on your left swadhisthana, allowing positive energy, vibrations to flow into this energy center as we continue meditating in this silence. We can ask within our heart, Mother Kundalini, please awaken within me the pure knowledge. Now, just before we finish off, let us observe in what state our vibrations are. With our right hand, we can very slowly, hand cupped at the beginning of our spine, raise our Kundalini all the way to the top of our head and press down on our scalp, rotating it. And now let's lift our hand a few centimeters, inches above our head and observe in what state, what we can feel. Remember, be completely relaxed, no pressure on yourself. Just observing if we can feel any coolness, any warmth, tingling. This is your Kundalini that you're feeling. If you don't feel anything yet, doesn't mean she's not there. Now let us finish off, as always, by raising our Kundalini and putting ourselves in a protection in a bandhan. So with your left hand on at the base of your spine, your right hand wrapping around it. We can follow it with our attention and tie one knot at the top of our head. Let's do that 2 more times. For the bandhan, left hand palm facing upwards open on your lap, and the right hand goes over your head and back 7 times. Thank you very much. So the Swadhisthana, which on the right hand side is actually the beginning of the right channel. So it is a really crucial center. And if ever you find it is challenging to keep your attention in meditation, you can try putting your right hand on that center with your left hand on the right hand side, or the right hand on the left hand side, or just in the center, and just nourish the center with your vibrations. When we bring our attention to a certain chakra, to us in our subtle system, a certain energy center, our desire works through that. So we are, with our attention, we're desiring that the Kundalini energy can help balance that center. So it's actually quite powerful. Just putting our attention, and if we can, even our hand on there, it sends our desire, sends the attention, sends the Kundalini to that energy center and helps nourish it. So it's very simple. You don't have to remember any affirmations, anything, just your hand can do a lot of magic already. So I will pass on now. Back to you, Christoph.
Thank you, Anjani. That was a beautiful meditation. Even you didn't have the music tonight for some technical reasons. You've got the most important part of the experience, which is the knowledge that takes you to silent meditation. The silence outside helps you to feel and understand this vibrant silence at the core of yourself. This is the core of your experience, the silent connection with this all-pervading power which lies inside and connects you with its source, which is outside. So this is the experience, and we encourage you to reproduce that experience as much as you can in silence, inside and outside. So I guess now we will have the announcement before the Q&A session. So you know that we are in session 2, going deeper, and those sessions on Mondays and Wednesdays are on up to the May 25 at 8 p.m., the same Zoom link. So you have a nice handout for today on the Swadhisthana chakra with the affirmations. The Swadhisthana chakra is really, we could not stress how it is important, as it's the chakra that generates the energy you need for your mental activity, for your physical activity, for your digestion, for elimination. So it's a lot for one chakra, and it's very important to be able to nourish it and take care of it. And this handout will help you with daily techniques and routine and affirmations to nourish it. So Monday, foot soak meditation and workshop, which is a nice session to implement the knowledge, the techniques. So it will be emerging from your shell, and the opportunity to address that aspect is Easter. You know that Easter symbol is the egg, and this symbol is because we are the little chick that breaks the shell and spread its wing to get open to an entire new world and start flying. So this is the symbol of our inner experience of self-realization. So don't miss it. That's a beautiful opportunity. So to request a breakout room, use the chat box on the right side of your screen, and you have a breakout room help, which is appearing, and click on that button to get directed into the breakout room where you will be taken care of. Program resources are always available. So first, we recommend you to request a mentor. That's probably the most important step you can take towards your enjoyment and enrichment of your practice of Sahaja Yoga. So fill out the form in the Zoom chat or send an email. You can also join the community in the WhatsApp group. This is actually a way where you will get all the resources in the WhatsApp daily that will come sometime as repetition, but very useful for the newcomers, and you never miss the resources, the handout, and nice spiritual insight and quote every day. There is the link here to the website. You can, okay, and this is where it takes you, the homepage. So when you click on the 21 days, let's meditate for 21 days, you will get access to the page where, when it comes, I will show you. You can register for the session. You can share those links and have your friends, colleagues register and join us online on the Zoom or the YouTube. Here are all the recordings of everyday sessions, everything, including the meditations, the music, Shri Mataji's excerpts, and knowledge which is shared. So everything is recorded, plus a bonus in the orange and blue where you have additional recordings and resources that you can access anytime. So now it's a nice moment if you like to join in. So those who are on YouTube, please switch to the Zoom meeting, and I will call my co-presenters on stage to answer your questions. So don't be shy. If you have questions, open your camera or microphones, or if you are too shy or don't want to talk live, please send your question in the chat box and we'll address them. So we have reviewed various questions over these programs and during different sessions, and they all revolve around what is the pure attention, what does the pure attention, how can I get this pure attention and pure knowledge. And this is those are very subtle subject and very central to our experience. So maybe we can first address one question which has been shared with us. It's, what does it mean, if you want to start, Kate, what does it mean for you, pure desire and pure knowledge? And yeah, how the clearing of the Swadhisthana help you in your life? That's a question.
That's a big question.
We will help.
Thank you, thank you. So what should we take first? Let's take the pure knowledge first. And it's a big one. So for me, when I first came into Sahaja, there were a lot of words being used, the qualities of the chakras in particular, the innocence, the wisdom, the creativity, this word pure keeps coming up. And for a long time to me, they were words which felt beautiful and they resonated inside, but I didn't know how. And then with time, it's like they've become hydrated and enriched, but I can't access them through thinking. It's only through going into the state of Sahasrara and connecting that the understanding starts to come through. And it's to me, it seems it's the qualities that are within us. We're born with them, they're there. They are pure qualities and they're beautiful and they're part of our being. And we start to connect with them through Mother Kundalini rising and clearing out our subtle system. It's the pure knowledge of who we are, which guides us to doing the right thing by ourselves so we're not damaging ourselves, finding the right ways of living almost if when they start to emerge within us. But I think it takes time and they're very hard to actually convey and pinpoint, like I say, because it's on a subtle level, it's on a spiritual level, it's learning what the spirit is, what that Mother Kundalini energy is awakening within us. Yeah, so I'm still learning, very much learning.
That's beautiful. And Jenny, do you have something to add to that?
I mean, I was just thinking as she was speaking what the pure, to understand what the pure, because it's true, the pure comes up a lot. And I would say anything when we hear the word pure, it just means without ego and without our conditionings, without our superego. So those things are mixed up in everything. Everything we do, we have some kind of conditioning from where it came from, something we've learned, something we heard when we grew up with, something, or it's an ego, something we're reacting to. But the moment you put the word pure in front of it, it just means the knowledge without that, without the reaction, without what we've, the condition, our conditionings. And the pure knowledge is that which is eternal, which is not something that we can argue or debate about. It is what it is. And that is something very relaxing and refreshing about it. As we know, everything is debatable nowadays, and people love picking it apart. One day it's this, one day it's that. But pure knowledge is what it is. And you can argue about it, but it doesn't change it. And the more we have the desire to connect to this pure knowledge, the more silence we feel, the more peace we feel, because there's not this constant question mark all over the place. And the more we understand ourselves. So I think that pure is in many aspects, because there is just a lot of purity inside of us, but we are very exposed to so much around us that sometimes it gets a bit lost. We get confused. I think confused is a big word. There's a lot of confusion about ourselves, who we are, who everyone is. So that purity really just brings it back to the basics, to the reality. Yeah.
That's exactly where I wanted to try to make the connection with the right aspect, then the pure attention. And as you said, our attention is so much drawn to like unending number of desires that could take our attention outside and prevent it from being inside. And I remember a story that Shri Mataji used to tell us about attention, that if you let your attention go to everything that takes it out, it spills. You waste it. It's like having flour and you just spill it around. And if you can somehow, if you can put that flour into a bag, then the bag lets you the flour rise actually. And this flour is your attention that is rising, contained into the bag. And that bag, what is that bag? Actually, the pure attention. But how do we uh, awaken that pure attention? And wondering at that question, I think for me is different things. The first one, so the pure desire, of course, but then um, to prevent that attention to be too much frittered away, attracted outside, then just raising the Kundalini, this simple thing, the Kundalini itself brings the attention in. This awakening of your Kundalini just draws your attention in. And as well, probably looking at something that appease your attention, like looking at the nature, uh, looking at an innocent child, uh, looking at the sky. Yeah. All that is appeasing your attention and helps your Kundalini, your attention to go inside, raise the Kundalini, and then your attention purifies. So this whole process is a virtuous circle that generates itself. Um, and about yourself, uh, so strengthening your attention, how does that come? What helps you?
Practice. It's definitely something that you need to put an effort in. And I can see it alone. I think alone when you try to meditate, and this is not necessarily attention, but it's like a little bit attention, just the fact to sit still. Just sitting still can be challenging for some. There's always something. Nose is itching, need to move, need to adjust. Something, the moment you try to sit still, your body, your attention is like, ooh, maybe you need to scratch your ear, or maybe you need to. And the moment you see it, once, like, observe it in yourself, that can be your homework. Observe it in yourself when you sit. What is your attention? Where is it pulling you? And you can even just watch the thoughts, almost like you have the one thought, oh, I wanted to add that to the shopping list, or I wanted to add that. The first step is the witness, to actually see it happen, to see how the attention is it's got you on a leash almost, and it can do with you as it will. And the moment you see it, then I think it gives you this empowerment that you can actually also control it. But it's that constant practice to actually see, where is my attention going, always looking. And Shri Mataji says it a lot, like, where's your attention? Observe, where is it going? And she said that her mother used to say throughout the day, just like, where's your attention? Reminder, where's your attention? Just always remind yourself, like, what am I thinking? Because once it's like, you jump from one wave to another, and you think to yourself, wait, how did I get there? What was I thinking? Like, how did we get to this topic? Because it's literally just like jumping, and like that, it can also really spiral you into like thoughts of fear, or thoughts of anxiety, or thoughts of, it starts leading you down a path. So the first thing is witness it, observe it, notice it, and then like, really almost talk to it and say, like, no, bring it back. So that's also how I kind of meditate with my children, just reminding them, like, where their attention's going. So that's, I think, one tool which I find helpful.
Yeah. I remember in the old times, so the teachers used to tell us, where is your attention?
Yeah, very
It was
valid
not that
question.
subtle, but somehow it works. And Kate, do you have some tips about that? How do you control your attention, or?
Kind of following on from what Anjani just said about watching your thoughts, and it's practice. But when you watch your thoughts and you don't interact with them, you actually begin to realize how many thoughts are completely unnecessary. You begin to realize that it is what Mataji talks about, it's all illusion. They're not helping us. They're not actually doing anything useful. So it helps us to come back from them and to come back into this silence. And it's practice. It's practice. When my thoughts used to go everywhere, I was that bag of flour that was exploded. And it's taken time, but it's really helped to calm me down, to stop the stress, realize that the worries aren't worries. Shri says we don't have problems, and we go, of course we have problems. But actually, when you look at them again, when you watch your thoughts, what is the problem? It doesn't exist in the way we think it does. And even if by worrying about it, we don't help ourselves. So recognizing that it's illusion, we don't need that. Come back to the silence, because that's where we get the peace. That's where we get the feeling of we're fine. And recognizing again that within that, using that attention to bring ourselves to that place where we feel secure, where we feel the joy within, we feel what is real, which is what is within, which comes back to the pure knowledge of what is real. What Ajani was saying about it's the truth. And that is our place where we feel safe, we feel secure, and we can do whatever we need to do. We still have things that we have to do which we don't necessarily want to do, but we can do them with confidence when we're connected with that pure attention guiding us to do the right thing, to get us through whatever situation without thinking.
Simple tip to the new seekers joining or the recent practitioners. All that works when you have your attention on top of your head. So that's why we insist so much, because all that dimension above the brain, not above the brain, but above the mental activity is there in this last center that we will see down the sessions. But when we tell you put your attention on top of your head, that's where you enter into that area where you are able to somehow see your attention, see your thoughts, be the witness, and awaken the dimension of the spirit that takes over somehow and allows you to be the witness of all that inside play. So, and maybe a last question that is interesting is about has meditation, the meditation, did that help you to keep a positive attention? So positive is a word that, yeah. So do you want to someone try an answer on that? And if you can share examples.
Like positive as in optimistic, or?
Yeah, positive. That's why the word is a bit to be interpreted because
I mean, I'm generally someone who worries about a lot of stuff, and meditation is my haven. Without it, God knows where I would be. So yes, it has definitely helped me. Have I completely mastered it? No, I haven't, but it is definitely such help. Because it really helps. You know, there's some people who are these magical people that when you worry and they tell you it's going to be fine, you believe them and you're just like, yeah, it's totally going to be fine. They have that quality. Well, for me, it's when you meditate and you really can see and witness it, even if it's just for that moment, and you know, it is going to be fine. You might, the moment you get up again, things might come and worries might come, but you know there is a place where you can go and be in reality for a moment and be like, everything's fine. So absolutely. The question is yes, absolutely. I mean, the answer.
thank you for your genuine and honest answer. Kate, do you want to, what is your positive experience of attention? Yeah.
I think to begin with, it was much easier for me to identify negative, and that my attention would go to negative. So again, it was that witnessing and becoming aware of that I'd think the worst, or I'd think things were going to happen, or if I had a minor cough, it was going to go into something dreadful. Little health issues grew into I was dying. Not quite that, but yeah, I'll expect the worst rather than expect the best. So to begin with, for me, it was taking my attention off expecting the worst and expecting things to go wrong, and start to think, no, how about expecting things to go right? And I suppose that would be my positive. because I had a real tendency to go to the worrying, the negative.
Oh,
So it was quite easy in a way to identify that, but it was much harder to cut those negative thoughts out. And that, again, had to practice putting the attention from the negative, where my attention would automatically go, as it would seem to be a habit. Again, we're coming back to the conditionings of the left side, to putting them onto a positive outcome, or that may never happen, so why worry about it? So trying to turn it round, and that really helped. And then that becomes, now that's the habit rather than the other, than the opposite.
the depth of your answers leave me speechless. So it's really a beautiful experience that everyone's experience is different and can we all trying to put it into words, but the magic of the process is really experience, and all of you and each of us are somehow in the same wave, in the same flow, in the same awakening and collective growth. And your experience will be like no other, will be colored with uh, your own inner qualities, your own virtues, and your own path to this in this self-realization. So that if there is anything else you want to add, but that would be my last words, and to recommend you all to stick with us, to get a mentor, to go in the breakout room after the today's session, and yeah, and we'll be happy to meet you next time, next Monday for the workshop.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you for having us, and nice to be here as always.
thanks to everyone, the technicians and the musician who couldn't play tonight, and we have a talk for him next time. And yeah, enjoy the breakout room and good meditations to all. Bye bye for now.
Good
And
night.
thank you, everybody, for joining.